eligible.
That's the interpretation of 7 constitutional court judges that presided over this matter. A petition that was taken by a youth activist, Mijelo Jizombe, was challenging the eligibility of the former president to contest the 2021 as well as future election. What has come out so interesting in Chimunya is the pronouncement of the judges that the former president was eligible to contest the 2021 general election, and they hold, a view that was held in the previous judgments that were, delivered. The judgments in the Shishua as well as Chapter 1 Foundation. But they have departed from the decisions that they made, citing certain sections of the Constitution, and they've come out with an interpretation that the former president has already held office twice, from 2015 to 2016 being his first term into office, and from 2016 to 2021 being his second term into office, and therefore is barred to contest any future elections, and that's for the avoidance of doubt. So this is a settled matter, but like we said, even the other time, a similar judgment was delivered, one that had allowed him to contest the 2021 general election. The question that is being asked now is, are we likely to see another petition? Well, we'll wait and see what will come out next. But one thing for sure is that the Constitutional Court has declared the former president not eligible to contest the 2026 election.
Indeed, Teresa. Let me just get to engage Councillor Clement Andelek just basically on what he makes of this judgment. Councillor, you've been in the courts listening to the judgment that was made by the Constitutional Court judges. What's your take?
I think this is a historical judgment. I think it's a novel judgment, meaning it is brought up very new arguments. It has straightened the areas which were considered to be gray areas in the Constitution. As you are aware, the issues that generally arose was whether Edgar Lungu had held office or not, in accordance with the provision and the interpretation as attached in the provisions of Article 106. Article 106 deals with the issue of holding office. So the Constitutional Court today has pronounced itself in this historical judgment. I think it's a very well-reasoned judgment. It has settled major points of law. And I think it brings a lot of satisfaction in the legal fraternity. This is a very good judgment, I think, for today, tomorrow, and the future. So we are so happy in the legal fraternity that the court has pronounced itself in that manner.
Council, we've seen this is a case that has been coming back and forth. From your own analysis, overview, do you think maybe there could be another petition coming from any stakeholder?
Petitions, anyone is free to approach this court. The reason for the Constitutional Court is to interpret the Constitution. I think any Zambian who has listened or who have an opportunity to read this judgment would not even petition. The issue about holding office, you know that from 1991, no president can hold office beyond 10 years. Edgar Lungu served for 7 years, and you're seeking to serve another 5 years to make 12 years. It is illegal. Even in common sense, it does not make sense. The issue in the Constitution is well addressed, particularly when you read Article 106.2. It deals with the issue of holding office. And the period of holding office is clearly stated in Article 106, sub-article 2. It says holding office means from the date the president-elect has been elected to the time the next president-elect is sworn in. So was Edgar Lungu elected? Yes, he was elected. Common sense, in 2015. In 2016, his term of office ended. Went into the election, and a new president assumed office the time the president-elect was elected. So the president-elect as of 2016 was Edgar Lungu. So he was elected in 2015, elected in 2016, and naturally the court has held that he held office twice, and that is the end of the story. And it's a good judgment. It's a very sound judgment, very well researched and a sound judgment.
Now, Council, as an authority away from the bar, you are a member of parliament for a certain constituency in the country. We know, we understand that there are some people that may be not, they may not be happy with the judgment that has been put across by the judges. What's your appeal to the aggrieved?
I think the major issue that is there is that Zambia is not a banana republic. I think this must be known. We are not a banana republic. We have always as Zambians to abide by the law. The legal procedures for any person that is aggrieved is well settled on matters of law. Any person who is aggrieved by the decision of the court is encouraged to approach the court. We are not going to allow lawlessness in this country. We have only one country to save. We cannot allow anybody to take the law in their own hands. And the Inspector General of Police has already alluded to that fact on what would happen. But speaking to the persons that may be aggrieved by the decision of the Constitutional Court, they are free to approach the court. This court is open. It was created as a Constitutional Court for the reason for which it was discharging this morning. So I want to encourage Zambians to remain peaceful. I want to encourage Zambians who are not happy. Obviously, you know, judgment, one person is happy, the other person is not happy. A judgment does not raise like a person on the fence. No, a judgment takes a side. And in this particular case, they have taken a side that Edgar Chagwa Lungu can go farming, can go on retirement. He has served his office. And I think there are a lot of things that a person can do after. There's life, you know, after being president. So any person who is aggrieved can approach the court. There are legal provisions within the Constitution of Zambia, which was assented to by himself, Edgar Chagwa Lungu, on 5th January 2016. And this is the law that was being applied in this court.
Mr. Ndeleki, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Diamond. Long live. We wish you well. And thank you to the Zambian people. Bye-bye.
Thank you. That was Councillor Clement Ndeleki, who is also Member of Parliament, just giving his overview on the judgment that has been made by the Concourt judges. It was a judgment that started around 9-10 hours and will go all the way until somewhere around 11 just slightly before 11:10, and we continue to give you these updates from different parts over the country to get reactions. Very soon we'll be crossing over to studio as Andrew wants gets to engage some of the legal minds on what they make of the judgment that has been that has been delivered by the Concourt. Remember, it is the first time in the history of Zambia that members of the press were allowed to be inside the court to beam live all the proceedings, and we'll continue to engage different stakeholders on this. Let me also get to engage another legal mind just basically on